Had only one conference and national title, largely because of the perception he can't get past Stoops. You had a look at Sam Bradford. Bradford led a touchdown drive on the opening possession. Now in the second quarter, hits both receivers, Jermaine Gresham and Ryan Broyles.
He has one receiver.
Up, isn't it?
One receiver deep, one receiver short. Have it there, so you get a touchdown.
Is that the way you draw it up?
No, not exactly, but if it works, put it in the playbook.
And this is not the way you like to have your kickoff coverage drawn up. Pontiac game-changing nominees Jordan Shipley goes the other way.
It always bothers me when you only have one safety on a kickoff return because the kick returner can beat the one guy. You need to have two or three. Consequently, that gives great morale and lift to Texas.
And that seemed to breathe life into Texas, but Bradford answered again. This time, Gresham didn't bother to knock it ahead to Broyles. He just took it himself. He was wide open, Mark, for 52 yards.
And the reason why he's wide open, keep an eye on the defense of the Longhorns. 3 defenders on Manny Johnson because he's the hot receiver out there. Look at this right there. Jermaine Gresham is wide open. Now it's a foot race to the end zone, and he wins it.
Sooners lead is back to 11, so now this drive is of the utmost importance for Texas, and Colt McCoy showed his mettle. Found his hunting and fishing buddy, Jordan Shipley, across the middle, first down. Then McCoy, Shipley again, and Colt was starting to find his rhythm.
His hunting and fishing buddy?
Yeah, and his completion buddy. Again, this time to Quan Cosby, who had a spectacular day as well, and now McCoy taking off under pressure, moving with his feet.
Well, he makes a big play here, gets it in position where they can pick up the first down.
Now this is a third down play, same drive. McCoy, complete. Cosby slipping tackles. He's in the red zone, and Texas in scoring position to get out close again. McCoy on the move. Shipley just short of the end zone. Next play, they bring in the big fellas. Roy Miller, usually a defensive tackle. Look at that block he got for Cody Johnson. Texas also added a field goal, 21-20 at the half. Third quarter. 3rd and 4 for the Sooners in the one-point game. Here's Bradford, middle screen to Manny Johnson.
Well, you can't allow people to catch the ball and then run with it, and that's what Oklahoma did so well.
First down, Oklahoma drive stays alive. Now later in the drive, pretty much the same play market. They completed this past the line of scrimmage, but the lineman got down and made the play.
And I think that's key. The linemen were down making blocks, getting hats on hats to allow your receiver to get in the end zone.
That is Oklahoma linebacker Ryan Reynolds. He was out, and he's out for the season after injuring his knee, and that left a gaping hole in the middle of that Sooner defense. McCoy to Brandon Collins, first down. Later in the drive, this is the first big running play Texas had all day. Chris Ogbonnaya.
And a huge hole on the left side of the line. Terrific blocking by that Texas offensive line, but they missed linebacker Ryan Reynolds.
And this time, great protection for Colt McCoy. Jordan Shipley, touchdown.
Nice job by the offensive line. Look at the separation, but right here, the replacement for Reynolds, Brandon Crow, gets frozen right there, can't make the play, and it's a terrific job by the offense executing this play for a touchdown.
28-27, Texas forced a fourth down, and Bob Stoops rolled the dice with Mike Knoll, faking the punt, and he comes up short. Longhorns get an infusion of energy. Look at the Longhorns sideline fired up, but Oklahoma threatened to get it back. McCoy, perhaps his only bad decision of the day, fires what looks to be an interception by Lamont Robinson, but by rule, if you are going to the ground, either as receiver or interceptor, you must complete the catch. And the ball comes loose, incomplete. Mark, you think he might have had possession?
I think he had possession of that. He took 2.5 steps.
That would make it a second act, but the rule applied and made Texas settle for the field goal, but it kept Oklahoma from stopping anything. Now, you see, once again, Knoll was involved in a play. He's barely touched, but it kept the drive alive.
This drives me crazy. He's going to get up. Oh, no, I need the flag. There goes my leg.
He had cramps, Coach. He was cramped up on the previous one after he got tackled. Here's Bradford again. He was brilliant. 5 touchdown passes, 387 yards, 3 of them Manny Johnson. All of a sudden, the Sooners are back on top 35-30. But now, on a 3rd and 8, guess who? McCoy, Shipley, again. Shipley down to the 1. He had 11 catches on the day. Longhorns would punch it in from the 1. Texas going for 2. Quan, feel the Quan, feel it, grab the Quan before it hits the ground. Quan Cosby, 2-point conversion. Now, the 4th quarter, 3rd and 2, Sooners down by 3. Bradford has trouble finding anybody open. Manny Johnson wanted a flag. Sooners would have to punt. Later in the 4th, 3rd and 3, and this time Colt would convert to Ogbonnaya.
What a fabulous job of Colt McCoy keeping the play alive, looking around to dump the ball off to get the first down. And here, look at the right side of the line pull, Coach. You get great blocks down the field.
Did a tremendous job there. They came with a blitz to the wide side of the field. Got great blocking in the short field.
A 62-yard rip for Ogbonnaya. The big fella's in the goal line package again. Cody Johnson finishes it off. 45-35, the highest scoring game in the history of the rivalry. And McCoy in the orange. 2005 would have been a senior this year, and that would have been his jersey. Oklahoma State's Zach Robinson going in. Tigers had trailed for only 13 seconds all season, but Pokes had them 7-3. Next Missouri drive. 1st and 10, Chase Daniel incomplete. Jeremy Maclin would lose 3 yards. Why is this important? With Daniel at quarterback, Missouri had not gone 3 and out all season long. So on 3rd and 13, Maclin can't hold it. First 3 and out all season with Daniel at quarterback in the 3rd quarter. 17-14, Mizzou with the lead. Zach Robinson, Damian Davis, his first touchdown catch of the season.
And a terrific job on the play action pass, selling the run first and getting separation between line and quarterback.
In the 4th quarter, Daniel, ill-advised, into a crowd of white shirts. Andre Sexton going the other way. Chase a little frustrated. Then he would throw another pick, Lou, this one to Patrick Levine.
Well, this is a poorly advised pass.
28-23, Oklahoma State with a win. Lost to Ole Miss at home, couldn't afford another loss. Of course, memories of the hat converting all of those 4th downs last year. Tebow was fired up, and on a 3rd and 12 in the early going, the longest touchdown pass of his career, tipped by Danny McCray. Percy Harvin scores.
Well, just an excellent throw there. They were in man coverage, and once Percy Harvin gets the ball in the open field, nobody's going to catch him.
Those two get together again, Mayday.
Terrific pass protection, and look how Tim Tebow stands tall in the pocket, getting it to Harvin again. Gators lead 17-0.
Later now in the 3rd, LSU would come back to make it 20-14. There goes Tebow. Strolls in 27-14, and just about now Gators ready to open up a can of whooping on LSU. Jeffrey Demps, freshman, world-class speed.
I think it was plays like this, particularly the option, that really broke the spirit of LSU in this football.
Brandon Spikes had a huge game on defense for the Bayou Bengals, had a couple of interceptions. This one is 2nd of the game. He takes all the way back. 51-21. First time LSU has given up 50 in regulation. Could have done without the punt. Since losing 56-13, Spurrier at the Swamp in 96. Vandy and Mississippi State. Tyson Lee of the Dogs, Brandon Henderson, and Mississippi State anemic on offense on top of the undefeated Commodores. They were pounding it on the ground with Christian Dupree.
Terrific job by the right side of just knocking Vanderbilt back into the end zone.
And Mackenzie Adams came off the bench as he did against Auburn, but here's picked off.
Boy, I applaud Mississippi State. I did not give them a chance in this football game, but they showed up and played great.
17-14, and so did you, Lou. You my boy, Lou. Penn State and Wisconsin, all 3 phases of the game, right? You want to be good in all of them. 10-0 Penn State lead. Penn State good on special teams, largely because of Derek Williams, Mayday.
Outstanding speed. No one even gets close to him, and they do a tremendous job of blocking, making sure their assignments are done.
Penn State up 17-0. Penn State excellent on defense. Aaron Maben has been a disruptive force all year long. He gets to Allen Everidge, trips and causes a fumble.
Caused a fumble, sets up a touchdown just before the half.
Penn State pretty good on offense as well, largely because of Darrell Clark, who threw for 244 yards, accounted for 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground. 48-7, Wisconsin's worst home. Last time Nebraska went to Lubbock, Mike Leach dropped 70 on their noggins. Wouldn't be so easy this time around. Game tied at 24 in the 4th. Graham Harrell, Michael Crabtree, first down in a gain of 43. It was on a 4th and 4 play, set up the go-ahead touchdown to put the Red Raiders up 31-24. Next possession, Joe Gans coming through to Todd Peterson.
Well, just a great throw. And they marched down the field in 2 minutes and 16 seconds to tie it up.
Red Raiders have the first possession in overtime. 3rd and goal. The guy Leach calls the Elf. Eric Morris. Score one for the Elf. Back up 37-31, but the point after. Oh! And now all Nebraska has to do is score and kick the extra point, but scoring proved to be problematic. Made a nice play by Jamar Wall and a bad play by Joe Gans.
Joe Gans is under pressure, trying to make a play as he goes down and just throws it right into the arms of Jamar Wall.
Texas Tech escapes. They remain unbeaten, 37-31, though the Huskers put up a great fight. Arizona State and USC, Mark Sanchez, questionable to play, but play he did. Lines Ronald Johnson for a gain of 34.
And they said he had a bad knee coming into this game. He injured it last week. If you've got a bad knee, why would you run the ball in on a quarterback's knee?
Well, he was good enough to get in. USC did have 5 turnovers on the game, 3 of them interceptions by Sanchez. Rudy Carpenter also played. He, too, had a turnover, a pick 6 by Kevin Thomas. USC, despite those miscues, win easily over the Sun Devils, who are in the empty elevator shaft, 28-0 the final. Fighting Irish of Notre Dame against North Carolina. First time in the history of football, coach says, that Notre Dame's been 4-1 and not ranked in the AP poll. Jimmy Clausen, how about Golden Tate's play?
He has just played great this entire year, and Clausen has played outstanding.
Notre Dame had a 17-6 lead, now 17-9. Mark, who leads the nation in interceptions?
North Carolina.
Quan Sturdivant, pick 6. Notre Dame's lead is sliced to 1 late in the quarter. 3rd and 3. Cameron Sexton looking for Brooks Foster.
Oh, this is a great throw, a great catch. I thought it was completed, but it was overruled.
He loses possession. The official rule of the catch is called incomplete, and North Carolina had to punt. So now 29-24, 10 seconds to go. Clausen, Michael Floyd, the youngster, with just ticks to go, and the ball comes free there. The officials ruled the catch down at the 9-yard line. Time expired. Now we're looking at the play, and the ruling on the field was overturned. They called it a catch and a fumble. However, Carolina recovered the fumble, so they ran off the clock, and they beat Notre Dame 29-24. Toledo and Michigan. Michigan had never lost to a current member of the Mid-American Conference. This Toledo team 1-4 losses to Florida International, Fresno State, and Steve Threet threw a pick 6 to Tyrell Herbert, a Pontiac game-changing nominee.
Ill-advised to throw it into double coverage, and Herbert does a wonderful job of picking it off and taking it 100 yards to the score.
He had a couple of picks on the day. In the 4th quarter, we're tied at 10. Alex Steigerwald, Lou, I think his range is exactly 48 yards.
Had they painted the goalpost twice, it wouldn't have been good.
But good it was on the one coat of paint. Just enough. Toledo up 13-10. Final seconds. Michigan trying to avoid embarrassment. Casey Lapata. No. Think Appalachian State was bad? This is right up there with it. Rich Rod loses 13-10. Michigan struggling. Ohio State coming off a nice win on the road. Game-winning drive by Terrell Pryor against Wisconsin. Back home to take on Purdue, and doing it with special teams. Etienne Savino would scoop and score.
That's the only way Ohio State's been able to score in the last couple of weeks.
7-0 Buckeyes. Beanie, a nice run to set up a field goal. Pryor was 10 of 14 for less than 100 yards. Malcolm Jenkins had a huge day. He blocked a punt and interception. Ohio State wins it 16-3. Michigan State and Northwestern. Javon Ringer made it.
Tough running, not very big, but extremely stout, powerful, gets the job done. Another 100-plus yard day for Ringer.
And another day in which he carried the ball more than 30 times and opened up the passing game just enough. Brian Hoyer, Andrew Hawkins, 37-20 Eastern Time on SportsCenter New Mexico. And BYU trying to extend the nation's longest winning streak to 16. Max Hall to Austin Collie. Collie, 4 straight 100-yard receiving game, Mark.
Collie's been one of the best receivers in the nation, not getting all his due, but he will on this BYU football team.
Max Hall and the Brigham Young offense really didn't have a vintage day. He managed his 258 yards, but Hall does find Andrew George for a touchdown there. In the 3rd quarter, a 7-3 game. Here's George again. Hall threw for 3 touchdowns on the day. BYU 21-3. They win their 16th straight. BYU is rolling. Utah, 16th straight home game, I should say. And then 40-7, Utah and Wyoming. That's the final score there. Wyoming has just been dreadful so far this season. Or 16th overall for BYU. All right, Boise State and Southern Mississippi. Boise State trying to remain undefeated. Kellen Moore, who is so good against Oregon, going to throw a little screen pass to Jeremy Childs, who's going to take it 28 yards. Boise State, the Rock, grabbing a 7-0 lead. 3rd and goal now and Moore would find Austin Pettis, Lou.
Oh, just a great job of protecting. They are so balanced.
Once he stayed on the road. Georgia's had a couple of weeks to lick its wounds after losing to Alabama, taking on Tennessee between the hedges just before halftime. Matthew Stafford, Muhammad Massaquoi, 20-7 dogs. Now, Tennessee's had trouble on offense, but the young quarterback, Nick Stevens, gave them a lift, Mayday.
And does a terrific job right here, keeping the play alive and finding Lucas Taylor in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Vols down by 6, 20-14. Fourth quarter, Tennessee now down 2 scores, 26-14. Fourth down play. Stevens throws it up, and it's incomplete. Vols turn it over on downs, and the Dogs win it 26-14.
And so Tennessee will hand it over on downs.
Been an absolute soap opera at Auburn all week with Tommy Tuberville firing Tony Franklin, his offensive coordinator, midweek. Cody Burns getting more playing time, throws it. Rod Smith by himself. Smith can't hang on. Missed opportunity for the Tigers. Louis had it right in his gut.
Boy, and that turned out to be big at the end.
10-10 game. Here's Burns getting pressured, throws it into traffic. He gets tipped around. Wendell Davis comes up with the interception. Fourth quarter, Arkansas trailing by 1, 2nd and 4. Michael Smith threw the Auburn defense for 63.
Terrific job of weaving his way through the Auburn defenders. And look at here, turns on the speed, makes another cutback. What a terrific finish to the play. Touchdown, Arkansas.
That was the go-ahead touchdown. Smith had 176 yards, under 2 minutes to go. 4th and 5. Auburn on the doorstep. Burns looked as if he had Eric Smith, and Auburn falls. Fighting Manginos of Kansas taking on Colorado. Tied at 7. Colorado backed up, and Kansas is on the move. Todd Reesing firing it into the end zone for Desmond Briscoe, and Kansas has the lead. Now at 16-14, Jake Sharp going in. Sharp went over 100 yards on the day. Running game has been problematic for the Jayhawks at times, but Sharp able to give them a solid performance, taking it in on the option.
Terrific job on the option here, the execution, and Kansas rolls in the scores.
Kansas has Oklahoma and Norman next week. Solid performance for the Jayhawks as they win it 30-14. Ball State remains undefeated. Nate Davis, not a terrific day statistically, but he gets his team another victory. In the SEC, South Carolina and Kentucky. Steve Spurrier never lost to the Wildcats. Second quarter tied at 7. Ryan Tidlatcha has his field goal attempt blocked. Captain Munnerlyn, they might promote him after this. 85 yards, he houses it. Gamecocks take a 14-7 lead. Chris Smelly, who was so effective against Ole Miss, was ineffective. Steven Garcia comes in, coach. He finds Wesley Saunders.
Oh, he did a tremendous job coming in there, threw for 169 yards in just limited action.
24-17, and South Carolina has LSU next week on ESPN.
Utah and Wyoming, Utes trying to become BCS busters again, trying to get to 7-0. First quarter, no score. Wyoming on their 15. Karsten Sween rolls out. Pass deflected. Sean Smith has got it and knows what to do with it. 7-0 Utah. 4 minutes in, the offense didn't have to do anything. They got a couple of field goals. It was 13-0 in the second quarter. Austin McCoy's punt blocked by Iona Key. He takes it in for the touchdown. 20-0 Utah without an offensive touchdown. Now, pay attention to Greg Newman here. During the play, Newman will lose his helmet. But he stays with the play, and he gets the interception hatless. Utah wins it 40-7. They remain undefeated. So, Mark May, who's in your top 5 now?